Hello and welcome back to Crafting Kitty. My name is Erin and this is my second video. As you can see, I learned that camera orientation matters. So let's try it this time. So today I have a couple of finished projects to show you. I have remembered to bring up my works in progress, so I have a couple of those to show you. And finally, I have my very first order from Kraemer Yarns. So over here, I popped open the box, but not the tissue paper. So we'll see that together for the first time. Okay, so let's start with the finished projects. The first three I have are all tutorials from Bag O' Day, and they're all made using Caron crystal cakes. So this is the one when I bought the lava cakes last time. I bought this for myself. I picked it up for myself and then made some extra items as well. So let us begin. Okay, so first I have this scarf, which is of course the scarf Crystal designed using her crystal cakes on her Bag O' Day channel. Here that is. I love the color. I love the sparkle. I love how soft this is. I love how well it worked up. I am in love with this yarn. I'm so sad I only got the two cakes of the one color, and now of course they're out of stock. Let's hope they bring them back again next year. I'm sorry, I don't have the ball bands anymore, so I don't know the color name. So that was the first scarf. I will link the tutorials down below. So another Bag O' Day by Crystal pattern. This is the Mobius, she called it Mobius wrap. I made it smaller to kind of do an infinity scarf thing with it. So I love this. Just look at how that worked up. It's so pretty. The colors are a little brighter on the screen than they are in person, but gosh, that's gorgeous. And there's that. And then finally, I have another scarf. This is a super long scarf. I ended up working it up to, I believe, 8 feet. It's 8 feet by 6 inches roughly. So I'm going to hold it up doubled over. And there's this one. I love the way this worked up. Another crystal pattern. Don't recall the name off the top of my head. I've saved all the links so I can add it in the description. And I should have written it down, but this is all a learning process. So this one, as I worked it up, the colors kind of had a weird gradation. So this end is mostly red, and then at the end you start picking up the blues and the purples over here, which I think ends up kind of cool when you wrap it up. So I'm not mad about that. So of these three, I'm going to keep one for myself, and then I'll put the rest in my gift box. I have a box that, as I make things through the year, I will put things in, and then when it comes Christmas time, out come the presents. So there we go. And then you're gonna be surprised. This is not a Bag O' Day tutorial. My mother-in-law was watching either PBS or Create, and she called up and she said, "Hey, turn on channel 11," which we don't have channels anymore because we cut the cord. But she saw this shrug and she wanted it. This is the bottom because that's the join. I want to know if I could do it. I looked up the pattern and I said, I think I can do that. And so we worked it up in Scarfy yarn. The color is mint silver. Is that going to focus? Who knows? Mint silver. And so it's a cocoon wrap shrug, kind of with shorter butterfly, bat wings, whatever you want to call it. I can slip it on kind of real quick. And oh, my hair's in the way. I don't want to get my hair all over it for her. But there you go. Kind of wings. That's not right. It's sticking to my sweater underneath. Anyway, you get the idea. So this was from Knit and Crochet Now on PBS or Creator, whatever. If you go to the website, it's like Annie's Crochet, Annie's Catalog, something like that. And this is called the Cabernet Crochet Shrug, designed by Lena Scaverson for Annie's Signature Design. So there you go. It is a free pattern. I had to sign up and give them my email address and stuff, but make an account, but didn't pay a penny for it. But since you make an account, I'm not going to show you any of the pattern details other than the picture. I will link that in the description below as well. So, oh, did I say 4? I have 5 finished items. I have finished my count for the Sesame Street crochet along. It's got some. So when I sewed on the head, it's a little off center, but that's okay. It adds to the charm, I think. This one was really fun. My posts are kind of folding up, but I am positive it will all work out once it's sewn together. So not worried about that. There we go. Next, we'll look at my works in progress. I currently have 5 in progress. I'm only going to show you 3. I have a temperature blanket. That's just so much yarn. I don't like to drag it around. And I also am working on some jogger pants out of French terry for my son because he's a 5-year-old and he grows like a weed. So always making pants for him. And so the 3 I'm going to show you are 2 knit and 1 crochet. That's barely started. I started it last night at like 7. Okay, so first, how I like to do it, I like to keep a project in each kind of major, I dropped my pen, each major area. So this is the project I have in my reading area in my bedroom, and it is a sweater for my son. This is the front panel. It's that. It is, I'm using a Big Twist Living yarn to make this one, so 4 weight. And this is from one of my oldest knitting books that I found when I was unpacking this room, and I opened up and I said, you know what, I'm just going to go through this and make every project that looks interesting to me. So here you go. Stitch and Bitch Station. And it is it's going to be the Jesse's Flame sweater. He likes it because of the fire. And he wants to be a video gaming YouTuber. So apparently the fire is one of the motifs a YouTuber uses. I think it's Preston. And there we go. The other one is I had some leftover scarfie from my mother-in-law's shrug. So we're going to make my daughter, she's 2 years old, a little sweater so she can have a grandma and me. So here we go. Started with, it's a yoke down. This is a crystal pattern. I've made this crystal Bag O' Day pattern. I've made this a couple times. My daughter has one in scarfie, mustard, and pink. Is it called Mustard and Ice? Something like that, scarfie. And then it's the sweater my son wanted out of the blue Caron anniversary cake I bought for him. And then, and the, actually a note about that pattern, I'll link it below. In the pattern, she stresses at the beginning to make sure you use a regular 5 weight. Not one that's too thick, not one that's too thin, just a regular 5 weight, and says it only works for the 2 sizes. With the anniversary cake, I worked up that pattern with her dimensions, followed her stitch counts exactly, and used the bulky 6 fabric, and I believe I upped it to, oh, I cannot remember which hook I used off the top of my head. Anyway, it worked up perfectly. Bulky 6, and it ended up, it's a little big for him, so I guess it's about a size 6-7 in kids. It's perfect. He loves it. Okay, so my last work in progress is a Drops Design cardigan for myself. I'm going to say it's called the Maya the Maja cardigan. That's my son playing downstairs, having a dance party, I think, if you can hear him. So I guess they call it a knitted jacket with lace pattern. They used air. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in the fleck. So this is a funny story about this yarn. I was going through my stash and I found a bag of it with a blanket that was partially done that I didn't like. And I remember putting it aside because I didn't like the way it was working up. And I just never touched it again. I had 11 skeins of this stuff. I loved it. So anyway, it's worked from the bottom up. I am maybe 8 inches into it. And there we go. I do worry that this yarn is a little dark and the pattern isn't going to fully show up. Okay, yes, I'm showing the right side of the work. So there's that. It's worked on, I'm using size 10.5 needles. I believe that's what they called for in the pattern. Well, it should have been on the front here. Size. Okay, they say to use US 10.75. But I have never seen a 10.75 knitting needle, so I'm using my 10.5. There you go. So they say to use a 32-inch, 80 centimeter, 7mm, or US 10.75 circular needle to do the project. So anyway, so I'm hoping I have enough to, well, I'll definitely have enough to make that sweater. I would like to have enough to make something else for my daughter as well. Okay, so showed you that, and that, and we're moving on to the Kraemer yarn. Oh, I've gone ahead and buried it with my finished projects. So let's unbury it and get going here. Okay, so I have my box. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so how I kind of justify my making purchases while having an overstuffed stash is every time I finish 10 projects, I get to make a purchase. Projects depend on what it is. Like I bought a bunch of fabric to make my son pants. I'm only going to consider that project done when I finish all of the pants, which is going to end up being like 6 or 7 pairs of pants. But like if I make a new to me beanie and it's just a beanie that takes me an afternoon, I do count that as a completed project. So anyway, that's what I do. Okay, so here's the box. So it comes with a little tissue paper, nice little note for Aaron with our thanks, Kraemer Yarn. You're welcome. I'm so excited. Okay, and I got, oops. What did I get here? I think I got 4 different types of yarn. I did. Okay, so I got the Naturally Nazareth, 3 of them. I got Perfection Tapas. I got a Tatami Tweed Worsted Tatami. Perfection Lights. So let's see what they look like. Let's see, 3. This one, oh, this is nice. Okay, so I got the Naturally Nazareth in the color Bordeaux. This is a worsted weight number 4, and hand wash, dry flat, medium 4, 200 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% domestic merino wool blend. They say needles US 8. Look at that color. Oh, so this is, okay, there's a little join there, but that doesn't worry me at all. There's a couple of, you know what, those aren't joins. Tying up the hank. Anyway, so, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love the variance in the colors in that. Okay, so I got these. And then I got, so out of this one, I got 5 skeins. And it's the Tatami tweed worsted. This is 40 cotton, 60 acrylic. Look at that fleck in it. That's so pretty. Okay, and this one is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 180 yards, a 4, needle size 7 to 9. And like I said, 40 cotton, 60 acrylic. That's nice and soft. It looks maybe a touch thin for a 4 to me, but not too bad. It says machine wash, tumble dry low. And there you go. That's so pretty. This light is blowing out a little bit. I would say about... No, I'm not getting the true color at all. It's darker. It's like right here. This color is Forest with 2 R's. F-O-R-R-E-S-T. And then I also got 3 of these Perfection lights. Look at that sparkle. This is Copper Lights. This is, these are all spun made in the U.S. 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 200 yards, a number 4. This is a thicker, this is a more of a normal 4. Maybe that other one wasn't that thin. Care instructions, machine wash gentle, tumble dry by Kraemer Yarns. U.S. needle 8. Number 8. I'm guessing they're just giving the knitting needle size, not the crochet hook. Okay, and the final one I got was the Perfection Tapas. This is 23 domestic merino, 77 acrylic. This color is Melba. Look at that. I don't know why I'm looking at this. I might have this got it's like a off-white kind of oatmeal-y color with a twist, kind of marled with a brown, yellow, orange, green. Oh, so many colors. Very, very pretty. This is a number 4 again, U.S. needle 8. And where are the washing instructions? Machine wash gentle, tumble dry. This is super cool. This is super fun. I'm so glad I was able to finally try them. Nice. So what I have is a giant list on my phone, and whenever I finish my 10 projects, I go ahead, go to the next one on the list and buy from them. So just did Kraemer Yarns. Next on my list will be another new to me company, which is Wool Warehouse in England, over in the UK. So I've done 9 projects. If I complete one more, I'll get to make that order. With the speed at which things are going, it's going to be that scarfy crochet hoodie for my daughter, because who knows how long those knit sweaters are going to take me. But that's all I have for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked. Please think about subscribing and give me a like and letting me know if you have any thoughts. If you have any ideas as to what you might make with that Kraemer yarn, I'd love it. I've got my eye on a shawl for the sparkly copper one. I bought enough to make something larger with the green, and then I think I've got a good amount of the other 2 to make something nice. We'll see. I'll probably make something for my daughter with the tapas, but we'll find out. Okay, I'll see you later. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, I left my thingy over here.